Alright, y'all. So we finna get these messages. We're live. It's interesting. I do this because, y'all, your girl lucky. I went out last night. I didn't get no sleep. We went all night, and I'm doing this reading. But if you understand energy and mortifying the flesh, then you understand. They said you understand sacrificing time for space. Okay, whatever that means. All right, let's get the vibe check, y'all. You guys, if you're interested in joining for my retreat in November, the information is below in the description box. So I have all my links actually. My tap link is linked under the description box underneath joining my channel. There's the tap link, and if you guys would like to join the retreat, you guys, the information is there in my tap link. So click that link. All right, let's see what's going on. I kind of want to figure out which deck I'm gonna use. My poor babies. I love you guys so much. I love y'all so much, for real. Because they're saying the weight of the world couldn't even understand how it felt if not on your shoulders to reflect the accuracy of how deep this wound goes. Okay. So there's a wound that you carry that the world reflects back to you, but you carry it so gracefully. The world doesn't know what to do with this. You know how to carry this wound, but the world doesn't know how to carry this wound deep enough to reflect to you how you carry it. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, oh well, it's not meant for you. That message, just take it for what it is. Just leave it alone. Okay, cool. So speak your truth with resolution. Yeah. So you like poetry. I know you. Whoever this is watching, whether you're a spy, whether you're just somebody that this message was truly intended to see or receive or be received by. You like poetry, whoever you are. You like how words flow together. You like how you can evoke emotion through words because it doesn't cost you anything physically. You simply string together like a seamstress. You sew together the words, and it'll make somebody feel however you want them to feel. So you think, for those who are not working in the light, right? But for those working in the light, you sew together words, and you, with the words being sewn together, you speak through the voice of God with your words. That's why it impacts people. For anybody that was wondering, okay, yeah, all right, so cool. Let's see what's going on here. You're the life of the party. They said you're the life of the party. That's why they want you around, because you can influence energy in an organic way, not in a way that's manufactured, systematic, or logic or logistical, not a systemized or mass produced way of doing things. No, you influence energy naturally through your authenticity. Like at any moment of you being yourself, you can influence the energy. Yeah, you're special, they said. And it's not like a way to make other people feel bad about whoever they are. You're special in a way that's just, you're just unique, okay? We have choice, and we have consider the options, and we also have abundance. Maybe something is supposed to go a certain way so that you can receive something that you may not have received had you gone a different path, or had you continued along a stream of consciousness. Maybe you wouldn't have got to some sort of abundance at a certain time that you're about to receive it. You need to release judgment about the fact that you are going to be in a position to have reward and recognition. You need to honor yourself when it comes to stepping back from energy. So this is more about the royalty. So this is where segment energy is coming in. This is about the fact that you're not like segment baby. She don't spare nobody no feelings. If you're royalty, she's gonna talk to you a certain way. If you're not royalty, she's still gonna talk to you a certain way. Either way, you may not like it, whether or not you reside in royalty, celestial royalty or not. Okay, so what this looks like is that I feel this energy of Sekhmet being like, Don't fucking let these motherfuckers in your energy. Don't let them come to your house. Don't let them breathe your air. Don't let them touch your face. Don't let them touch your hair. The fuck you thought this was? Your sovereignty. You need to demonstrate your royalty. Wear your crown. Show them who they are and show them who you are. And do not let anybody sit in the throne that is not biologically, psychologically, phenotype even I'm hearing, that is not crowned in royalty through bloodline, through and spiritual ancestry. Don't let them sit on your throne, because when they sit on your throne, they think that they're you. And when they think that they're you, that they think that they can have the powers and the abilities and the access and the protection. And really and truly, all you're doing is protecting them. Because when they think that they're you, and they try to fuck with you, thinking that they're you and they're more powerful than you, they damn themselves, is what Spirit said. It's not even a curse. It's not a hex. It's you damn yourself, and you damn your bloodline when you try to act like a chosen one and destiny swap whatever and send negative energy and do all these other things, whatever. Even if you already are a chosen one, if you're condemning another chosen one, damning them, projecting negativity, if they show you something that's going good for them and you send energy towards them that does not support the good in their life, you are damning them, and so you therefore are damned yourself. Yeah, Spirit ain't playing with nobody, bro. And that's the whole point of the matter, is that Spirit sends their soldiers and their angels. God sends their soldiers and their angels to the spaces where people think that God does not reside, nor does God look for. And that's what's damning. You so deep in a certain vibration that you think that God doesn't even come here anymore. Where could you reside, possibly, where you feel like God cannot visit you? God cannot come to you. God cannot speak to you, nor can you hear the voice of God. Where could you be living where you couldn't hear God? They said you're living in falsities. You're living in idol worship. You're living in the narcissistic reality. You're living in someone else's projected bullshit. You're living in somebody else's fantasy. Because where could you live where God couldn't come and see you and talk to you and love on you and tell you how good you've been doing and tell you how proud God is of you? Where could you go on this earth or in this plane or in this physical space where God can't go? So whatever it is that you feel like God can't talk to you, where are you that God can't go? That's what you need to be asking. When you say, why can I hear God? Where are you where God cannot reach your ears? Where are you that you're so far away that you can't hear the voice of God? Where are you that you're so far away that you can't feel the warmth and the love and the healing of Mother Goddess? You need to ask yourself that before you ask why you can't hear God. That's for somebody here, okay? All right, cool. So you're going to honor yourself and stay bad because you understand that you have something here that a lot of people are trying to perceive, trying to receive, trying to destiny swap. You would sacrifice this shit like 10 times. You would release whatever this is that people are literally trying to kill you and themselves over. You would release this 100 times, okay? Somebody here doesn't realize that in order to be in the position that you're in, or in order to be in any sort of position to equate to you, reflect to you, have conversation, engage, and entangle with you, they would have to be in a space where they have let go of this energy of being stuck in fear and judgment, and they have detached from everything, not just fear and judgment itself, but detached from the people that exercise and express fear and judgment, detached from the reflections that are literally old channels, old portals of old versions of yourself, detaching from everything, detaching from even things that you may consider potentials for opportunities, even if it doesn't right away present that to you. Detachment, because Spirit gives you everything you want when you detach. Spirit shows you what it is that is meant for you when you detach. So when it's a question of what is right for me, detach from everything, and everything will show you what's right. It reminds me of a story where there was a woman who had a child in a village, and there was another woman who was trying to destiny swap her. This has been happening for so fucking long. She tried to destiny swap her, and she said, this is my son, and this woman's trying to steal my son from me. And the original mother said, no, this is my son, and you're trying to pretend to be me and steal my son from me. And so the king said, well, whatever woman is here that son it truly is, I have a proposition for you. I'm going to split the son in half. I'm going to literally cut them in half with my blade. And you guys can both have each of the sons and call it a day, and you can do whatever you want. And the mother, the true mother, said no, let her have it, let her have the son. And that's how the king knew that she was the real mother. So there's something about, there's copycats, there's carbon copies, there's versions of people trying to either enact you, be like you, recite you. Literally, they have literally practiced in the mirror what you do, how you act, how you talk, to try to replicate it. It's depleting these people to try to act like you. They're literally being depleted here. I'm hearing it's by the divine, because you are a warrior spirit. So whatever you're doing, whatever you have done, however far you've come in your journey, whatever you've accomplished thus far spiritually, not even just in the physical realm. So 7:07 o'clock, for some of y'all, that's very significant. But you could have taken a long trek in the spiritual realm. But for some of you guys, this could have been things that you purely did in the either physical or spiritual realm. You purely did something that was treacherous, long, tenacious, whatever, tedious, in the physical or the spiritual or both. And you have never gotten the full recognition from this. 29 on the clock. So you may be getting recognition for this, or there's some sort of guaranteed win for you, or there's some sort of position that you've earned that you are literally gracefully stepping into, and you're honoring your stuff, and you're stepping back from anything that does not align with that. And you are literally draining people who are trying to come for your warrior spirit, because whatever trap you're setting up for them is literally in regards to their heart space. If people don't have good energy for you, they're going to fall into a trap, and they're going to drain their own energy and deplete themselves until they are void in your life, or until they have nothing else to offer or give, and then they will be removed. Because why? They were wishing that for you. They were hoping that for you. They were hoping that you were an easy victim that they could drain in regards to your energies. People are also really curious about who you are, because something about your energy is very like otherworldly, or like it's not regular. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you are someone here who can recognize this as truth, but you may be somebody here where you don't do the regular gas. You don't take the regular 87. You take a specific grade, 91 premium. So someone is looking at you like your premium grade of a specific energy, a source of consciousness. You're smart, you're intelligent, even though you play dumb. And that's what motherfuckers do not be expecting. When you play dumb, they think that there's all that there is to you, because you have not revealed fully what you understand or how you comprehend information. Because the way that you comprehend information is not like a standardized way that everybody's been taught. You comprehend information in the sense of like, you can feel it, you can taste it, you can touch it, you can think it, you can breathe it, right? You can conceptualize it, you can manifest it, you can create it, you can destroy it even. And then who you are on top of how you perceive energy is also important in regards to context. So yeah, we got a lot going on. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see. We got the world card here at the bottom of the deck. You're a mad scientist, and I feel like people don't be understanding that shit. You be trying to tell them that you don't fuck with the fuck around until they fuck around and find out. It just be like that. I don't know. All right, let's see what's going on. Tell me about choice. What consider the options and abundance. Okay, so you have a couple different ways that you can make some sort of financial energy. Okay, so you're circulating energy with the moon card reversed, so you're getting paid to heal. You're getting paid to bring things out of the shadow. You're being paid to reveal or expose energies, evolve, okay, from some sort of controversial, narcissistic energy. Tell me about consider the options. Okay, so I feel like your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels are bringing something to your attention. This is almost like a freeze in time. So I feel like you're ahead of time, but you're pausing time. And you're considering the options about something that's going to happen. It hasn't fully come to fulfillment yet. Like, the shit haven't hit the fan yet. The fat lady haven't sang yet. But you know that something's about to happen where this is going to be triggered and the alarm is going to go off. And something's going to be put in place. So you're basically, it's giving like, get in positions, people. Get ready. Curtains are drawing. Be on the stage in 10. Abundance here is what I'm seeing. Now, I see this 10 of Wands energy here, and I do see the Fool card. Okay, so I feel like somebody here who tried or has attempted to come towards you in this 10 of Swords energy, who has tried to cause some sort of harsh ending, even though they would be ending a cycle, it's almost like they tried to cause some harsh ending. to destroy you, not knowing that it would just cause an ending of a cycle and you'd be rebirthed and reborn. This person thought that this would be the end of you. Someone here is experiencing a burden for something that they did, and the way that they did it, like the energy they did it is like, oh, I'm gonna come towards you, I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna say something so that you can be burdened by some sort of ending, not understanding that you are no longer burdened by endings. You are empowered, rebirthed, rejuvenated. Death doesn't claim you. It transforms you. It reinvents you. It renews you. That's what somebody didn't understand. You're not isolated to one singular form, nor do you consider yourself to be that way mentally or physically. You don't isolate yourself in thought. You don't isolate yourself in capability. You don't isolate yourself in gender or recognition of whatever it is that you consider yourself to identify with. You don't recognize yourself to be something that confines you. You understand that you are all of all. So whoever this is that was trying to confine you to a label, or trying to confine you to a stereotype, or trying to confine you to some sort of situational circumstance, you already are up on game about that. I'm also getting that there is something going on with your love life, or you're feeling some sort of draw or connection when it comes to love. You are attracting people emotionally because you're in this energy where you are feeling the connection within yourself. You're picking up on a connection within somebody. I do see this energy of an emperor coming here and giving you clarity about something here. Somebody wants a relationship with you. Somebody wants to tell you that something is over. Somebody wants to make it clear to you that they're not dealing with something of their past, that they're not stuck on any. So you could have met somebody recently and you could have told them, like, so I feel like you're too much for people. Okay. That's just what it is. You're too much for people. Because I'm getting the energy that you've told somebody, like, you met somebody recently, in passing, of course. You told somebody that you're too much for them. They wouldn't be able to handle the polarity, the extremity, even the simplicity is what Spirit is saying of you. You've done things that people around you that are either approaching you or desire to approach you have only imagined, dreamed, fantasized about doing. You've accomplished this. And for some of you guys, it may seem like, you would want to meet somebody that's done what you want to do. But in reality, people feel triggered. They feel isolated in their experience, that they are solely invested in whatever fantasy they have towards you or in regards to you. When this is a collective experience, a lot of people around you that you may not even talk to anymore, you've released them, right? They were a part of the collective delusion of who that they thought they were to you versus who you were in general. And everybody always finds out in the end. That's the power of death and transformation. You find out in the end what it always was from the beginning. At the end, you learn how people truly feel about you. They always felt from the beginning. At the end, the ending is very important. Somebody doesn't like endings here, but the ending is very important. Somebody wants to have a relationship with you, though. I don't know who this is. Or somebody knows that someone else wants to be in a relationship with you. Somebody could have told someone else. Multiple people I'm hearing. Oh, yeah. Somebody feel caught here. Somebody feels caught in a loop with a death card. Somebody's caught in a death loop. They keep reliving the past. They old versions of you through people, through experiences, through things that lead them back to this version of you. But this version of you leads them to a newer version of you that you currently are existing as. If someone cannot handle that you moved on, essentially, someone can't handle that you moved on, that you no longer reside in this occupancy that they have restricted you to based off their own projections of your capabilities, what they thought that you could do, that you were capable of doing, that you were able to do, right? And so somebody's living in a perpetual hell loop in regards to you because they haven't been able to evolve their perception of you, and their projections of you have literally called forth versions, energies, entities that reflect to them that you no longer exist as this version, whether they like it or not. and they are being led to this new version of you, and they can't handle it. They can't handle that you moved on. Someone can't handle that, something that they tried effortlessly to do, tirelessly, like I'm talking night and day, missing sleep. They tried to do something and you surpassed their expectation. It doesn't say much about you, but it says much about what they thought that they were, who they thought they were. Like, who the fuck you thought you was? Instead of saying, who the fuck you thought you were? You thought you was dealing with a motherfucking new booty in this bitch. Somebody's heart, somebody could be having, somebody sees that you use some pressure, baby. Somebody see that you went in there, like, use some pressure. This could be a Virgo. This could be a Scorpio. I don't think it's a Scorpio. It could be a Pisces or a Virgo. Somebody here could be a water sign, Cancer. Maybe. Maybe Scorpio. I get Gemini, Aries. Could be an Aquarius here. They're phasing in and out of your life. If it's an Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, they're phasing in and out. They're just a part of a phase. They help you to understand what phase you're going through and what they help you. They guide you through your phases. So you don't got to be mad at them. But there's somebody here that is like upset. Somebody's upset because you're getting attention. Somebody's upset because you're getting attention. This is somebody that you don't talk to. You could have stopped talking to this person immediately, or you just immediately, yeah. Somebody wishes that you would talk to them again. They pray every day. They hope on the star. They're like, Jiminy Cricket, please make this person talk to me again. But I'm hearing Pinocchio. If they wouldn't lie so much, you would talk to them more. Oh, yeah, that's what they don't want you. That's what they don't want you to talk about. That's what they don't want you to say. That's what they don't want you to talk about. They don't want you to tell the truth about why you don't talk to them. But they want to make it seem like you just don't talk, or you're just not active, or you're just bougie, or you're just full of yourself. Who is this? A family member? Someone here is jealous of your what? Because I feel like whoever this, okay, yeah, somebody's doing magic on you. Collective, hit me up if you need that work done, if you need to protect yourself, if you need return to senders, whatever it is that you need, hit me up. Somebody here is hating on you. It's somebody that you hang around all the time, or it's somebody that you've been around or you keep company with. Somebody that know your business has tried to attempt or is attempting to do magic towards you. That's why you're feeling the need to step back from this person. It's not because what they're doing is working. It's because your ancestors and your spirit guides have clocked this person. So if you, okay, you'll know that this is you if you get some sort of intuitive message over and over and over, like an alarm clock. Every time you snooze it, it comes back louder. Whatever. It's something trying to get your attention. Or if you have dreams that keep reoccurring, this could be about snakes. I'm hearing black snakes even. This could be very serious. Black snakes or snakes in general that are trying to attack you, not work with you, not elevate you, but attack you. That is an energy of someone's kundalini here, energy that's off balance. They're off balance because they're not recognizing where they're expending energy through hating others and not understanding how others are a reflection of how they feel about themselves, whether it be good or bad or positive or negative, whatever the terms are that we use these days, whatever, I don't know. They use different terms back in the day. But I feel like somebody here that's around you has been hating on you, and they're attempting to do magic on you. It's not working. This person's going to deplete themselves trying to come for you because you're a warrior spirit. You do this shit every lifetime, every way, every day. You own this motherfucker like white on rice. Like, baby, you know this shit like the back of your motherfucking hand. This is where this your old stomping grounds. This war shit, baby, I've been through all the wars. I've been through World War 3, 2, 4, 5, 6, motherfucker. Ones that didn't even exist, motherfucker. I'm really about that life. Why you think they made me who they made me, baby? It's in me. It's not on me. I was raised this way. I don't play this way. We don't play with it. We stay with it. Like, so that's why you have people that when you speak your truth, when you talk like that, right? When you speak in your riddles and your rhymes and your poetry, people get offended. They get in awe and then they get offended because they can't tap into that or access that within themselves. Why? Because they may not know what source that they are really connected to. They may be thinking that they're connected to a source of God, and it's really a source of oppression. Hello, okay? Can we get an amen in this? Okay. Now somebody want to be your friend, though. I talked about this. If you guys seen my TikTok, y'all saw that I made a video on my TikTok, my page, where it's going to be a lot of people that want to try to be your friend again here, who started hating on you or joined other groups of other people that started hating on you simply for the fact that you just being you and they couldn't do nothing about it. And when it doesn't work out the way that they expect, when these groups or these covens or these whatever the fuck these are that are trying to come up against you, nothing goes the way that they want, they're gonna try to kiss your ass. Now, you may have been thinking, man, I don't want to speak the truth because what if they try to come against me? What if they, right? Because you can already tell what it is. You can feel what it is, even if you're not completely enlightened to what the terminology, the circumstance, the even the exact moment where someone's trying to try you, you may not realize that's what they're doing, right? But you understand that something isn't right in the moment, right? Even if you don't know what's going on, right? I'm getting that motherfuckers have tried you in spaces where you may not have fully understood what they were doing, but you felt something was off and you responded accordingly, whether you withheld information or you spoke fully what you felt in that moment. And people are afraid because it's something that you're saying or doing or telling that makes them feel afraid, not because you're trying even. It's because you're not supposed to know that. How do you know that that's what we do? How do you know that we had a meeting about you? How did we know? 7:22 on the clock. How did you know that we talked about you? How did you know that I went over to this person's house? These are people that may actively stalk and watch you. Like I'm talking about professionally. Like you could get paid big money for this type of stalking and watching and gawking and stalking and tricking and flipping and dipping, right? But there's some that you figured out that no amount of hours, no amount of time for them to watch you and stalk you and look you up and professionally gang stalk you, would they have been able to access the information that you access in a moment's notice because of who you are and what you're able to do or what you're capable of? That's what's scary. How is it that I'm trained to understand body language and understand when someone switches something or when a personality shifts from one version to another extreme? How is it that I'm trained in this? Like generational. My grandma did this shit. And you can pick up something that I did not see in a moment's notice. You got somebody shook here. Somebody's trained to be a deceptive person, be a deceiver. They could have even tried to deceive you. And the energy that makes them so obsessive and also fascinated with you is that you pick up on things in a moment's notice and they're trying to figure out, like, what is it? Is it a technique? Do you know people? Are you talking to someone? What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it about you? Someone just can't figure out. Somebody's literally going crazy. Somebody doesn't understand that this is somebody's going to end up in a psych ward. The psych ward is a spell. If you end up in a psych ward, someone did a spell on your mental. A psych ward is a spell. The psych ward. But you don't hear me, though. They don't hear me. The ones that ain't supposed to hear me don't hear me. The ones that hear me, hear me. Y'all like, oh shit, a psych ward, I get it. A transportation ward, a psych ward. Somebody's gonna literally end up in a psych ward. I'm sorry. Someone's gonna end up in a psych ward because they thought that they had enough power and occupation and capability and transformation and transmutation and wisdom and esoteric knowledge and Akashic records to even attempt to manipulate your energy as if you are not a goddess, a priestess, a deity, a glorified energy, a martyr in time, a relic in time. You are what the fuck they put behind the glass at the museum, living in the flesh. How dare? How dare? But they will find out. And the reason why I say that is because someone's trying it still. Someone's trying you and they know that you're an ancient being and they're counting on you not to figure this out, not to understand, not to realize, not to awaken. Meanwhile, Spirit has sent you into their life unawakened. Not only are you about to wake up, you about to wake everybody in that motherfucker up. Their bloodline, your bloodline, their household, your household. Bitch, you want to play with me? Come find out and see. This is, if you got beef with me, it's for life. Just know, I don't do this shit for a day. I don't do this shit for a week. I don't do this shit for clout. I do this shit whether we win or we in a drought, bitch. Like, come on. Yeah, so somebody here didn't know you was really about that. You really a warrior. You're really a warrior goddess or god. Like, truly. It's giving me the energy of the Haka. Our Pacific Island brothers and sisters over there. When they do that shit, the African American people feel it. Why? Because our ancestors resonate with that energy, that level of power that you have to summon to even perform such a ritual. That's not a dance, that's a ritual. When they're doing the dance, they're summoning the warriors that have all every single warrior that has performed the haka. When the haka is performed, they are summoned in spirit, in integrity. So just know, if somebody summoned a haka on your ass, they summoning thousands of years worth of ancestors that have been alive for 1,000 moons. It's nothing to play with. Pain is residence, they say. Something about somebody's in pain. Pain is residence. Somebody's feeling someone's pain, or somebody can resonate. Okay, so you may be sensitive. Somebody here is a new intuitive. They're a new empath. They're very sensitive to the energy around them. They don't like to go outside, or they don't like to be around a lot of people. They wear sunglasses. You need to wear your sunglasses in your hat, is what I'm hearing. Wear sunglasses in your hat. You'll feel better. Somebody's very like anxious when it comes to being around energy. Somebody also plays it off like they're cool, but they are also very anxious when it comes to being around different energies. Anyway, somebody was trying to do magic on you, and it's actually depleting them to come against you with this warrior spirit, because you do this shit. It's like one of the motherfuckers like, yeah, okay, look. So like warriors, they like to fight. They don't like to fight for the sake of fighting. They like to fight when it's time to fight, when the place is right, when there's opportunity, space, and all that. They like to fight because it's a form of release and expression. Even if they win or they lose. Real warriors, no matter if you win or you lose, you come back every lifetime. Like, nigga, you kill me this lifetime, I come back again and fight your ass. Every lifetime I'm gonna see you. Got to see me every motherfucking life. If you got beef with me right now, we got beef for life. Fuck you mean? Like, that's what spirit, right? So some of you guys are a warrior in that way. If you got beef with me right now, we got beef for life. There ain't no taking back nothing. I don't give a fuck who you are. We could be blood related right now. If you got beef with me on a spiritual level, we got beef for life. So some of y'all are a warrior in that extent. Some of y'all are a warrior when it comes to don't fuck with my family, I fight for my fam. Some of y'all are a warrior when it comes to different injustices, like, right, those with the innocent, those with elderly, those with people who can't speak for themselves, animals, right? So there's different type of empaths, but somebody here is an empath and they're feeling things very deeply. They don't understand why or how they're feeling things very deeply. Oh, somebody want to switch sides. I'm hearing sayonara. Somebody was working with the ops. Whether they consciously wanted to recognize it or not, somebody was working with the ops. They got caught, though, by your ancestors. Okay, so there's a person from a group is going to reveal that someone's been watching or spying on you, but it's meant for this person to reveal this to you. Is someone here that's going to tell you something. They may act like you're not supposed to know this information, or they're telling you this is a secret, but whoever it is that they're telling you about, that person sent them to tell you. So you dealing with a fucking Virgo, a Leo. You dealing with a Virgo, a Leo, or a water sign. Someone's trying to, they're telling someone something knowing that this person knows you, is close to you, is going to eventually spill the beans, can't hold water to save their life. Somebody knows that in telling a certain person, it will get back to you, and that's their whole point. I love Alexis. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. I have a very deep wound about being understood, because I feel like truly, I feel like everybody is pretending to understand me, and I feel like even the people that are close to me don't truly understand me, but they pretend to understand just to have access to me. Like, well, if I pretend to understand, then I can, they'll trust me, whatever. I have a deep wound around that, about people pretending to actually understand me and know me, and it truly not being that. But I'm okay with that womb, and it's almost like a melancholic, it's like a habit, right? Like, something that you look at repeatedly that makes you sad. You look at it so that you can express your emotions. When you want to feel sad, you look at a picture of something sad. Because you want to feel sad. You want to release these emotions. That's what I feel about that wound. When I want to crave human understanding, when I want to crave being like everybody else, I think about how I'm totally fucking different. But other than that, I don't feel bothered by it. Only when I want to feel bothered by it. So there's something about you that there's no such thing as manipulation. When you want to manipulate yourself, you'll listen to a fucking liar because you want to manipulate yourself. When you want to stop manipulating yourself, you'll listen to the truth. All right. So somebody about to fake tell you some truth about something that they were told to tell you the truth about. Tell me about let go. With stuck in fear and release judgment. Oh, this is talking about some sort. Okay, so spirit is saying, collective, that there's new pathways opening up for your spiritual expression and your journey in ways that you have not necessarily been trained, educated, or that you may yourself have not even acknowledged, that are possible for you to learn, grow, receive protection, understanding, right? Overstanding, understanding. So there's a pathway that you may have deemed as evil. You may have deemed it as non-useful, unavailable to you, invalid, because of the circumstance that you have judged this way of spiritual growth and expansion. You judge it a certain way, so you feel as though because you judge it a certain way, it is not valid, it's not useful. That's not true, and the universe is about to literally pull your head out of your own ass when it comes to a specific way that you resonate. I'm hearing resignate. Someone could be singing here, or you're playing with instruments and beats, instrumentals. You're gonna start a new trend when it comes to beats or instrumentals because of your experimentation. This could also be how you discovered this new beat or instrumental. Could be a channeled message through higher beings, alien life forms, things of that nature. Star family. So your star family gonna help you make a dope ass beat. Dope ass beat. Clap. Shout out to Tyler the Creator. Pisces could be very significant. You swimming in somebody's orbit, or somebody swimming in your orbit, but they don't realize that because they're there, you've summoned them for something specific. They think they've come to a situation to do something towards you or with you. You have, in fact, man, motherfuckers just don't be knowing. Tell me about stuck in fear with release judgment. Yeah, so there's something that you're meant to go towards a certain path for healing. It's a path that you have deemed it as something evil. You've deemed it as something bad. You've deemed it as something that you have some sort of mental confliction, whether you can dedicate yourself to this. There's something, okay, so, okay, I'm going to use an example. Okay, Spirit. They always want me to use myself as an example, and then people be like, hey, she's so into herself. She's so selfish. Whole time is Spirit telling me to tell y'all examples. I don't know. Anyways, when I was younger, okay, I'm gonna tell y'all this. When I was younger, I thought, I don't know why, I'm not sure what relativity this has to my individual journey on a spiritual level or my genealogy, my biochemistry, whatever. But when I was younger, I thought that if I ever had a boyfriend that was black, African American, that if he was my boyfriend and I broke up with him, he would kill me. I had this thought since I was younger. I would have dreams about being shot, and then I would wake up after I would get shot. Like little ass kid, like 5 years old. I was terrified of being shot at 5 years old, okay? Keep in mind I did live in the hood, but there's nobody that was close enough to me to instill that in me in regards to lifestyle, talking to me, teaching, raising. Okay, nobody was telling me like, it's how life is. People just shooting people out here. No. But environment was a factor as it was surrounding me, though it was not instilled in me, nor was it even explained to me. But ever since I was 5, I had a fear of being shot in the face, in my head, like weird random shit. Okay? So there's something around they set innate immobilization. there's something innate within you that has immobilized you, because you wouldn't resonate with being immobilized by something if it was not connected to you in some sort of way, whether it was oppression, whether it was positive and then turned negative, whatever the case may be in regards to how something has started. It would not have resonated with you, even if it's immobilization, if it was not connected to you some way. So even if I, as a child, was like, I'm afraid of getting shot, I have no physical history, her story, to believe in this physical lifetime that I could even be shot. I'm 5 years old. Why am I thinking like this? Because I have something spiritual, a genetic memory beyond my physical current lifetime that allows me to access memories of when this could have happened prior. And it has given me some sort of either energetic interference in regards to defense, or it's given me a spiritual ability or a superpower, or has even activated a superpower within me to protect myself innately with gifts that I inherited because of this circumstance or this trauma that has impacted me, not only in these previous lifetimes, but has echoed and caused residuals beyond that. That's something that I'm seeing here. There's something where there's a residual to something that you've experienced in regards to trauma, in regards to betrayal, in regards to deep heartbreak and pain. Like the pain of not being understood, the pain and the fear of nobody ever truly understanding who you are, and dying knowing that there was no one that ever truly knew you. They knew parts of you. They knew pieces of you. They knew aspects of you. They knew you when you put on a character. They knew you when you portrayed a feeling, but they didn't know you. They didn't know you. Maybe they didn't care to know you, and that could even hurt. You may have a fear of something that other people don't fear. They fear not being successful, not having money. You fear never being seen for who you are. You fear not being accepted. You fear yourself, who you really are, and what that looks like, and how people will perceive that, and how people will or will not accept that. So this is very deep. But Spirit wants you to release judgments around whatever you were taught about who you are. Because something you're going to be doing is going to be very significant in your healing journey. And it will assist you with successfully moving forward once you detach from ideas, resistance. Growing up in a Christian household, I was raised to believe, right? Whatever. Release it. Release it. Because there's something that's causing mental stagnation or resistance. And this could be in regards to your blessings. This could be you cutting off your own blessings because you don't want to look at something the way it truly is. You're not ready to see it for what it is. You're still stuck in what it used to be because you resonate with that version of it, because of the fact that you still resonate with an old version of yourself that could only see it that way. Okay? Okay. Cool. Let's see what's coming towards you. It's deep. It's so deep. It's so deep, y'all. It's so deep. Imagine like people pretending to be you just to understand your pain and still not getting it. Imagine people selling, trying at least to sell you back to you as if you don't recognize who you are and where you came from. That's me you trying to sell to me. That attitude, that style, that way of talking, that dialect is me. That you're trying to convince me to buy and purchase what I already own in my DNA. I got royalty, got loyalty inside my DNA. Like, this shit is, bro, y'all don't understand how this is exhausting forever. It's uplifting, it's sought after. People will be jealous of you for your whole life because of what you have in your DNA. And never understand how fucking exhausting this shit is, bro. Like, this shit is so exhausting for people to only want you for what they can see. And there's so much more of you that cannot even be prescribed into words. This shit is exhausting, bro. Are you in my head articulating this in a way I couldn't for myself? There was a reason I stopped through. I am in tears and feel lighter by listening to this. Exactly, Black. I cry for like people who understand that they're not limited to being considered people, that they expand in consciousness, vibration, energy, frequency beyond the constraints that we can conceive. There's constraints in this universe that we have not even perceived yet because we're too busy being constrained by the constraints that we can already perceive. There's things we haven't conceived because we already being constrained for the things that we already conceive and perceive. Like, for the ones that come from that space that understand what I just said, I feel for y'all. Because this density is so fucking dense here. It's so dense here. It's so dense. And to know that sometimes just meeting somebody, blessing them with your time or your energy, is what their ancestors prayed centuries for. They prayed just for a moment for you to glance at them, for you to give them attention, for you to smile at them. That changed their lineage, that changed their bloodline, that changed their destiny. And that's what you got to understand about who you are. People don't get nothing free from you because everything that you are right now was accumulation of trials, tribulations, tests, and things of those natures to test who was going to be the strongest to bring you into conception, to bring you into being. Who was going to be the one that got tested through the hellfire, through the storm, the rain, to survive, to learn, to thrive, and bring you into being? Who would it have been, right? That's why ain't nothing from you for free. Because your literal blood, your skin, your hair is a testimony of your ancestors' strength in regards to bringing you forth into this lifetime. And you better not never forget it, and don't let nobody tell you nothing different. Thank you, Alexis. Appreciate the energy, love you. I'm hugging you. I can't catch a breath. I needed to understand you. You have no idea what you just released for me, bro. It's so many people that want to be you, collective. It's so many people that want to be you. It's so many people that wish that they could be you. But if you ask them to come lay down the bricks, brick by brick, like you did, they wouldn't do it. They would leave you to do it on your own. It's so many people that want to live the way that you live, that want to think the way that you think, that want to experience your blessings, that had the opportunity to work with you, lay the bricks down. And they chose not to. 744. And the crazy part about it is like, how dare you hate me for giving you an opportunity to live up to the standard, to live up to whatever it is that you want to be like, and then get the nerve to get mad at me because you couldn't, you couldn't have the showdown. You couldn't withstand the heat, so you got the fuck out the kitchen. You got removed from the kitchen. How dare you have the nerve to be mad at me because you was too fucking weak to see me face to face. Crazy work, right? Okay, but it is what it is. Let's see what's coming towards you. Yeah, y'all. This shit is deep. This shit is really deep. And I feel like my real chosen ones understand this. They understand how deep it is. They will never understand that. They'll never understand crying that deep. They'll never understand feeling that deep. They'll never understand having a soul this deep. So I guess that's just what it is, you know. Just let them do what they do. They'll never understand what it feel like to be you. Even though they pray for it, they ask for it, they get close to you to understand how to whatever. They'll never understand it. It is what it is. I actually feel bad for the chosen ones that, you know, they could have been, you know, doing their job and their mission and their purpose and they chose not to. Because the reason why I cry so deep and I feel so deep and you can feel me so deep is because this path is not just of the light, it's of the darkness too. And so to see the beings of the light, my sisters, my brothers, my cousins, my fucking fellow, we was on the same team. We started off as warriors together fighting this battle and you switched up. You forgot what the mission was about. You got tricked by the enemy. Like, that hurts. I don't just cry for the betrayal that I feel because of it being me being betrayed. I cry for the fact that you betrayed yourself. And now I gotta keep going without you. I gotta keep it pushing. I can't confide in you the way I used to. I can't tell you the things I used to tell you. I can't open up to you how I used to because you're an enemy to me now. You an aunt. That share even hurts. And you understand how deep you gotta feel emotions to understand how it feels to hurt for another motherfucker that intentionally chose to fuck you over? Like, come on, bro. Right, okay. So somebody's trying to change something that's already come to an end. Somebody's trying to change, like it's like a final destination thing. Somebody's already seen the vision of how something ends. They're trying to change it. They've been seeing how this was gonna go. They damn. So okay, so if you're spiritual and you're trying to be like, oh, I want to be more like, you know, I want to go out. So let's say you're spiritual and you've been one of the ones 7 o'clock. You've been one of the ones that's in hermit mode. Okay, you've been one of the ones that don't go out, don't meet people, and you try to go out. Just know that there's nothing that you can do to strip yourself from being seen as who you actually are. It doesn't matter if you go to a club. It doesn't matter if you go to a church. They will see you for who you are no matter what environment you're in. And they will treat you accordingly in regards to however they conceive or perceive their reality. So if somebody doesn't like themselves and they see you, they're going to hate on you because they're offended that how dare you be yourself when I don't even have the courage to be myself. If somebody sees their reality as a confident being that they are, when they see you, they're going to appreciate it and acknowledge that this is a reflection of who they also exude themselves as well. So take that how you will. Spirit says don't take it personally though. That's what Spirit wants you to understand. Stop taking shit personally. People are only reflecting to you how deep they can see themselves, and whatever they're reflecting to you that doesn't resonate anymore is what you used to see about yourself that you no longer resonate with, that you need to acknowledge and see truly to close out and release. Okay? Okay. So we can wipe away our tears, we can stop crying, it's all good. Let's see what's coming towards us now. Alright? Let's see what's coming towards us now. So you're studying here, okay? So I feel like you're studying. Okay, so I feel like you were detached. You were separated from people. You were looking at people at a distance. You're getting up close now. You're observing them in person. You're looking at people's reactions. You're collecting data. Spirit says what you have to trust is that your path is your path no matter what, and it doesn't matter who comes on your path. They don't determine how your path is going to go. Just because you meet somebody that's also spiritual or in alignment at the moment with what you're in alignment with doesn't mean that whether they leave or come into your life, that doesn't mean that they have any effect on your spiritual path other than what you have already pre-decided and what you give power to in the moment. So if somebody comes and gives you nasty energy and just fucked up energy, but they say they're spiritual, that doesn't mean that your path of spirituality needs to go down a negative path or that you need to stop being spiritual. It just means that they can only perceive you and project what they perceive of you in their own capacity. If somebody can never see a sunset, they can never see the bright colors, they can never see the different hues of emotions and energies, they can never feel that deeply. How can they then reflect to you what you expect for them to feel, experience, or see, or whatever? Because maybe you know who you are, so you expect them to reflect something. But how can they do this if they don't have the capacity? They don't have access to the colors. They don't have a wide vocabulary. They don't have a range of connections and networks and resources and experiences. How can they perceive you in the way that you desire them to perceive you without access to these different things? Without experience, without recollection. Okay. All right. Well, that's what I see here. Okay. Let's see what's coming towards you. Who's coming towards you? I do see travel coming towards you here. You've been wanting to travel. You are going to travel. There's something here destined when it comes to your travel. So if you are feeling the need to pull back on a travel plan, or something doesn't feel right, or you're like, I don't know, this might not. Schedules may conflict. There's a reason. It's intentional. Go with it. Don't try to stop it. Don't try to force it. Your hometown could be significant. Someone from your hometown could be significant. Something going on in your hometown could be significant. Or you just represent your hometown very well. You represent every aspect of your hometown. You're unpredictable. You're flighty. Someone thinks you're flighty. Like, 1 minute you're there. Okay, that's me. I'm guilty. I told my friends last night. I told you I didn't get no sleep. I went out partied and then came back home at like 6 a.m. and then did this live. Why did I do that? Because I'm dedicated to my mission. I'm not the type of person that'll go party on Saturday and then go to church on Sunday. I'm the type of motherfucker that party on Saturday, don't sleep, and start church on Sunday. Hello, somebody. Okay? To demonstrate duality. There's duality. You don't have light without dark. You don't do something bad without consequence. You don't have a consequence without doing something bad. And not everybody's going to understand that about you. Not everybody's going to understand that's how you move, or that's how you're able to move. Not everybody can move that way. Not everybody see that. That's not a possibility or perspective for everybody. Some people see it in two-dimensional. Some people see three-dimensional. You may see in 4, 5, 6, and above. Who knows, right? All right. That's what spirit wants you to understand, is that you may feel or take personally how people perceive you or judge you, but you need to understand they don't perceive reality the same way you do. So even if they are perceiving you in a way that's not true to yourself or is not accurate of you, they don't see reality the same as you. So they would never be able to perceive you accurately if they don't even see you how you see you, or in general how you are. It does cause quite the separation. Let's see what's coming towards you. I'm hearing Matilda. The movie Matilda could be... Yeah, they're saying the movie Matilda is significant. If you grew up loving the movie Matilda, or you resonated with the movie, or you found truth, or had some sort of profound, like, insight on life, even if you were really young when you watched it, you just had a... Whatever. If you felt sympathy, empathy, whatever. Matilda was an activation for the chosen ones who were in these households and homes growing up that did not nurture nor support their gifts, their abilities, their capabilities, right? Matilda was the movie to activate them in order to become independent and take care of themselves and not rely on their given caretakers to help them, because they just weren't going to do it. So if you saw Matilda growing up, or at some point in time, maybe you saw it like really later, maybe other kids saw it before, you couldn't see it and then you saw it later on, that was an activation to let you know it's time to take care of yourself. It's time to grow up and listen to yourself, take care of yourself, and don't depend on the quote-unquote adults or caretakers to help you, because they don't actually have the capabilities. You were the one that came here to teach them how to do whatever it is that you're going to help yourself do, or whatever someone else is going to support and inspire you to do as well. So don't feel bad about that. You just super ahead of the game. You're super early to the party. Let's see what's going on here. We got Taurus energy. I'm hearing money, 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 money. Money. Y'all, I was at the club tearing it up tonight. Taurus with Venus energy. Okay, they love you. We got abundance. She see money all around me. I look like diamond men. Okay, so you know where the money at. You know where the abundance at. You know where the ballers at. Okay, so I feel like somebody's feeling you. Somebody likes you. Okay, so that's a crush on you or something. 7:55. Somebody has a crush on you. They don't care what the fuck you got going on. They would kiss your fucking toes. Even if you went to the gym, had the sweaty ass socks on, took your socks off, and stuck them right in this motherfucker mouth. They would enjoy that. They would love that. Somebody loves you in every form and every way. Okay, somebody likes you. Okay. Y'all know how I feel about love. I be trying to avoid this shit like the plague. I be like, get it away. Get it away. I think for me, I avoid love because I understand the potency of it. When somebody loves you, they'll cross mountains, rivers, valleys, just to give you whatever it is that you need in the slightest. If there's a slight inconvenience, they'll cross the fucking planet to put their jacket on the ground so you ain't gotta walk in the puddle. Like, that's love. So you may know the power and the potency of love. Maybe you've experienced this. Maybe it hasn't been necessarily in the way of like you experienced this in an equal receptive relationship or an equal reciprocity relationship, but maybe you received it in the way that you gave it initially to someone. They didn't necessarily receive it or they didn't reciprocate it in that moment. And then when you walked away and loved yourself, you received another kind of form of love that you maybe didn't know exists or that you had yet to experience. And then when you completely released this person, they experienced a love or the love that you were trying to give them when they were in that. And they finally realized what it was. And so they experienced love after whatever. It's all kind of situations and circumstances. Okay, what's coming towards you? We have union. So oh my God. You guys stop, because I can't get into this energy too much. Like, this is too much for me, you guys. It takes me over. Like, love is intoxicating for me. It's not just like we hung out and had a good time. It's like, no, love for me is like merging souls, like sharing memory threads, sharing reels. Like, not reels on Instagram, but reels when it comes to your memory, your mind. Like, somebody likes you, their root shop. Oh, okay, somebody. Collective. Somebody like you. Somebody like you. But it's multiple people that like you, and they could start fighting each other over you. Somebody likes you, but they're not supposed to like you because they're supposed to like your friend or supposed to like somebody that's an acquaintance to you with a tower. Oh goodness. So if you fall out with somebody, just know it's because somebody that they're around or that they're talking to also likes you and they know it. Literally. Oh, and that's why you don't like to be around people. Because it's drama. Wherever you go, whoever you're around. It's drama. Like, not in the sense of like it's just drama, but it's like it's drama when it comes to you. It'll be like if you hang out with somebody, you don't hang out with another person. You hang out with one person more than the other. Now it's drama because you don't hang out with that other person. If it's like somebody liking you, it may be somebody that secretly likes you but doesn't say anything, and their friend openly likes you. And now there's drama because these two people both like you, and there's some sort of petty drama which is rooted in the fact that both these people are competing for you. It's always something like that, but you may not always pick up on the fact that it's always something like that. You may look at it for what you think it is. Like, oh, these people just arguing over me, whatever. Or, oh, this motherfucker just possessive. They just want to, they want to run some shit. They want to dominate some shit. Yeah, you are a threat here. I do feel that way. Tell me about this union. Okay, this has to do with somebody making a decision. Somebody's very obsessive. Somebody needs to make a decision to come to union with you instead of being obsessive. It could be somebody new that just, yeah, you could be afraid of falling in love because it's not that you're falling in love or it's not the fact of like being open or vulnerable with somebody. You could be actually very comfortable doing that. It's the fact that you know who you are and how potent your energy is, and the fact that people, they're going to they're gonna want you. They're gonna miss you. They're gonna reminisce on you. They're gonna be obsessed with you. They're going to feel crazy about you, whatever. You know this about yourself. You know this already. You know that you're the type of person that just has that energy. You're gonna get some sort of positive contract or something here that's gonna go right for you, but I feel like it's gonna cause a little bit of jealousy, not because people are trying to just stop you for the sake of stopping you, but because it's going to reflect a part of them that they didn't do what they needed to do. They gossiped. They talked about people instead of actually taking action to heal themselves and change their timeline. And you actually did heal yourself and change your timeline. You spoke some sort of truth to whoever this is. But something is about to put you in position. You're about to, okay, so that's why Spirit says just play it off. Just go with the flow. You be like feeling, or you be seeing your ops for who they are, and you be feeling like you got to call them out right then and there. Sometimes Spirit said, no, just play with them a little bit. Let them keep showing you more of who they are. You got to play with them. It's a psychological game because your ops are not just coming to destroy you. If that's the case, when they first got around you, they would have slayed you or tried at least. No, they played a game. They acted like your friend, your homie. They acted like somebody that cared about you. You came, you know, you let them in their house. You let them in your house. You let them around your family. So if they played a psychological game on you when it comes to that, you have to absolutely know that the game that you got to play is psychological, whether you want to or not, or whether you want to admit it. Spirit says, or not. That's what you got to do. Cause I feel like, yeah, you got to make somebody question themselves. Somebody gotta, you know, or somebody is already questioning themselves. Somebody keeps going through karma here, and they are questioning whether they have healed something from you. Like, are we done yet? Is this person still mad at me, or are they done being mad at me? Why do I keep going through karma? Somebody's being asked to step into a higher version of themselves in general, and especially when they were around you, they were being asked to step into this higher version, and they chose not to. So now they have to go through a karmic loop and be haunted. See, hauntings don't always happen about somebody passing away and going into the afterlife and haunting a space. Sometimes you could be alive and haunt somebody with your energy. The fact that you are who you are, uniquely yourself, and there ain't nobody else like you, can haunt somebody for years. So that's who you are. That's what you bow. That's what you do. Chariot with the Hierophant. So the show is going on. The show must go on, is what Spirit says. Tell me about Taurus with Venus and abundance. Yeah, somebody's been trying to make it hard for you to have some sort of abundant energy. That's coming to an end. Tell me about Taurus with Venus and abundance. Yeah, you got some, I'm hearing old money, some investments. So something that you invested in earlier in the year or last year is going to come up as a prosperity, or going to be building more prosperity for you this year. I see that something that you took action on, it could have been in secret. Maybe somebody didn't see this, or people don't see this. They don't see what you do, or they don't see the action that you take in private. Keep on. If somebody here is trying to see how you work or what you do for work, or keep leaving it to a mystery. Somebody's not meant to see what you do for work, how you work, because somebody's going to try to make it a system, a structure, when it's an intuitive flowing kind of thing. This could be somebody you're trying to work with here. You may have to stop working with somebody because they're trying to like do a choreography, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And for you, it's just my body felt like moving that way, so I moved that way. I wasn't counting no fucking numbers in my head. Somebody got to count the numbers to stay on beat. Tell me about the Nine of Cups. This could be somebody that's non-melanated. So we got the Nine of Cups on top of union. So there's something about a union here that you've been desiring to come towards you or to come through. Maybe even somebody that you've been desiring to speak to, or that you want them to speak to you. I feel like with the Seven of Coins here, this is some sort of contract here that you know you have with somebody here that you're waiting to activate. And we have the Hanged One. It actually was reversed. So with that being said, you're enlightened to something. You are aware of some sort of spiritual contract that you're meant to have with somebody here. And that could be why you're clearing out energies that don't serve you to make room for something. We got the Three of Swords here, but there's a conflict. There's a burden with the Tower. There's a conflict here. And I feel like it's somebody else. It's somebody here being upset that this is how the cookie crumbled. Somebody's upset this is the way that the story goes. And then you may have had to rise above this energy or this person or whatever. I see the Ten of Cups here as well. There's something about a relationship or emotional fulfillment or emotional contract that needs to be fulfilled. This could even have to do with a child here. That spirit is saying that you're destined to have or be a part of. And somebody here is upset because it's not them. They did not make the cut. They did not take the action spirit asked them to take. They instead chose options or caused illusions when it came to your situation when it comes to work, to try to get you to be held back. So somebody here that tried to work with you or that you did work with also tried to hold you back at some point in time. And somebody's feeling some sort of way because they're seeing that you're still going into bigger and better even though they've tried it. So someone tried it recently. Somebody that could have been around you all day, every day. They tried it. I'm hearing, but like a phoenix you rise. Five of Cups. This makes you deeply disappointed. This makes you deeply sad. I mean, I don't think that people can truly understand the level of sadness when you come home after you hang out with certain people. Now, you could have made friends or met other cool people, but just in general, when you go out, you have a good time. You make friends, you talk. This could even be just day to day. This could be motherfuckers you knew since you was in fucking kindergarten to find out that they wanted the ops, and you knew them, and you loved them, and you cared about them, and you told them things about you. To have that level of betrayal, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but over and over and over. Every single person, every other week, you finding out. This motherfucker done betrayed you and talked about you. This motherfucker done did magic. This motherfucker tried to sacrifice you. This motherfucker tried to destiny swap. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, release me. Release me. Release me from whatever this is. I don't want any part of it. Release me. All right, let's see what's coming towards you. We got windfall with contracts. Okay, so with phone calls and text messages. Okay, so you're going to be paid for your trouble. I'm hearing double for your trouble. So with the world card, okay, so the world is in your hands. You can control things. You can control the masses. You can control the world. You can influence something. So you're going to get a contract, or you're controlling something in regards to a contract. Oh, yeah, you're going to get a contract. A world card with the 4 of Wands. Some of y'all could be traveling. You could be moving. You could be ending one lease somewhere and going towards a whole nother lease. Yep, Queen of Swords energy. Some of y'all are ending a relationship or a contract. You're calling justice on something, which is going to bring a good opportunity towards you, because once you call justice, it's going to put the energy towards anything that was causing an injustice towards the justice. So if you're calling justice on something, it's going to reroute the energy. Somebody could have did return to sender. 10 of Swords here. Something's ending. Something's ending here. This could have been something here that you were ignoring or doubting. 7 of Wands here. You're resisting some sort of word, spell, or attack. It's a Leo attacking you. It's either a Leo or a Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Could be an Aquarius here. Somebody here is trying to cause confusion or trying to make you think that their blessing is yours and your blessing is theirs, or somebody's trying to like cause some sort of confusion. But the 10 of Coins here with the Strength, your ancestors is like, no, you're not going to make that decision. Somebody wants you to make a decision that 8:08 on the clock that you are well aware not to make, whether this is engaging in something, talking to someone, going backwards to a situation that no longer resonates with you, nor does it exist in your future. Somebody think that they can talk you backwards in time, but you've already jumped timelines. You've moved forward. You are literally transcending realities and dimensions. So this is very foolish. Tell me about battles in reverse. This person's going to end up not knowing if they've resulted some sort of battle, okay? Because I feel like somebody is pocket watching you. Somebody is looking at your finances. You may have like understood that somebody recently, you could have understood that the only reason somebody came to be your friend is because they looked at your pockets. They saw that you could heal them, or that you were healing your own emotions, maybe healing your own pockets, and they felt or sensed some sort of spiritual energy or elevation from you and got close to you to try to drain your energy. But with the 8 of Pentacles, I'm seeing like there's something here where it's like you have some sort of new job that's going to make people very jealous or upset. You may be getting a new contract. They're going to be upset because you're going to leave them behind because they have some sort of plan that they're not even going to be able to accomplish. You may clock it ahead of time, but you're going to be telling a lot of different people, hey, I'm cool off you. I'm cool off you. I'm cool. I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. You may be telling people you just met, I'm cool like that. And it's going to allow you to basically go directly to the path that's going to align you with a lot of this abundance. You're blocking, because there's people that are stressing themselves out and they're stuck in this energy of the past, and they may want to project this or create this for you, and you're in this energy where you're emotionally independent, or you put in the emotional effort when it comes to your life, what you want. You've put in the effort. You've sent out the energy. You projecting what you want out of your own life. So you're going to block. Yeah, your energy is like you're not dealing with people who are wasting your time, juggling your energy, wasting your energy, bringing it to the next motherfucker to try to siphon or create a carbon copy. No, you're not doing any of that. You are leaving these motherfuckers high and dry. Any delays that are coming towards you and your money, your finances, gone with the Ace of Swords. These motherfuckers know. And I feel like you warned them. Ace of Swords, 6 of Wands. So there's something you could have said to somebody. They're seeing this shit as the truth here. You could have said you was going to take a leap of faith to go towards the truth or live in your truth. And you're doing just that. That's what I see coming towards you, okay? That's what I got for you guys. I didn't want to make this reading too long, but I did want to make sure the conviction and the power was felt through this reading so that you know you're not alone. Because a lot of people feel like they're alone. They feel like they're the only one, or they don't know if other people understand what they're going through. You are understood and heard, but it may take a little while for you to find your tribe or get, vibing with the people that get, your program or get what you're going through, but you will find it. No worries, no rush. That's what I got for y'all. Yep. You may be teaching somebody, or somebody is teaching you, or you're realizing that somebody was a teacher. They taught you a lesson, or they're showing you something very significant, whether you would like to recognize this about yourself or not. Because sometimes when we be blaming other people for shit, we don't be seeing how we're reflecting our own actions that we do to ourselves and each other or others. We don't see how we're reflecting that back to ourselves to try to like pull our own card and check ourselves. We just get mad at the other person, shake our head, and just continue on. And it's not something that we need to be shaking our head about somebody else about. It's something we need to be looking from within to see what's going on while you keep running into this karmic loop. So that's what I have for you guys. I love you guys. Mwah. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.